I kind of sold what I had back home, went and bought a tent, started soul searching.
Yeah. So this is your tent right here?
I've had them go making fun of God, and I'll drink a beer, but you go making fun of God, you go roughing my feathers then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't got family, you ain't got nothing.
That's right.
If you ain't got family, you ain't got nothing.
That's right.
Saying, hey, you're crazy. Get the heck away from me.
Yes. So how long have you been homeless?
Wait. Some of mine I chose. I've been here for like a month.
You've been here for about a month? Where were you before you got here?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee.
And I came here to get to the Law Library of Congress.
The Law Library of Congress. Okay.
To study social injustice.
Social injustice. Okay. All right.
And this is, which sometimes if you ain't got the money to hire a lawyer,
okay,
a social injustice case, you have to do the work yourself.
Of course.
Okay.
If you don't have the money to,
you gotta do it yourself.
You have to do it yourself. You have to do the legwork yourself.
Absolutely.
So that's basically how I ended up here, through different states.
Yes. So how long have you been homeless?
Wait. Some of mine I chose.
Interesting. Wow.
Well,
he said he chose this.
You chose this?
Some of mine, yeah.
Yes.
I have, because I work. Most places I go, I'll
Find a job.
You found a job, yes.
Because if I don't work, I'll go crazy.
Yeah, of course.
On the other
You gotta stay
hand,
busy, right?
Yeah.
Well, on the other hand, I work to stay afloat.
Yes.
But then I also work in trying to gather up for social injustice.
Right.
Okay, and what got you into this field, and what was the reason why you started searching for the social injustice? But you caught in some kind of legal case or a situation? What's going on?
Well, first is to me, it started with the things that was occurring in my life at that time. I did not really take serious because it wasn't affecting me.
Right.
But then I ended up losing my son in this process. And
through a divorce situation, you lost your son?
And this crazy how everything just kind of happened. And I think I like to say we're all blind, we're all deaf to what's going on, but we're not. Because we end up with baseball signals.
Yeah.
Instead of speaking the truth. But whenever I can remember whenever my child was young, I could give him 3 licks and he wouldn't even cry then. But here I am, I'm having to watch him cry and trying to pull his hair out of his head.
Yes.
And probably within 6 months after that, he's dead.
I'm so sorry to hear that, sir.
Wow.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I kind of sold what I had back home, went and bought a tent, started soul searching.
Yeah. So this is your tent right here?
No, mine.
Oh, that's yours over there. Okay, sir.
If
If someone wants to help you, if somebody's watching this video and wants to give you some money, and they're not from the city, they don't live in whatever, how can they do that? Is there a way to reach out to you? Is there a social program in DC that's helping you guys out? Or are you just on your own out here?
Since I've been here, I'm leaving actually probably Saturday. Going back to Memphis, Tennessee.
That's where you're from, okay.
Yes.
No, I'm from actually Georgia. I just found Memphis, Tennessee was a place I run across in my journey. A gentleman there owns he's a manager of a motel. And he's, if you ever need to come through Memphis or whatever, if you ever get in a situation, I'll put you to work and you got a place to stay down.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's just someone that I've run across. It's
Right.
not saying that's
Right. But I have to ask you this. There's a homeless shelter no more than 10 minutes away from here. Right. They provide food and shelter. I don't know if it's enough for the number of people that are on the street. But like, why don't you go there instead of being here?
Me, which I can say about Washington D.C. and then say some of the other states I'm with. The best way I've learned to put it is a mission.
A mission?
A mission.
Okay.
It goes along with, they call it the mission in the air and stuff. But that basically goes on. People can't have decent conversations no more without some job description.
Right.
And then after people listen to that and it drives them crazy, I don't do good whenever that's in an environment like that. Me personally, I don't do good.
Okay.
Other people do. I don't, because then I've had them go making fun of God. And I'll drink a beer, but you go making fun of God, you go ruffling my feathers then.
Right. Yes.
You make fun of me and do whatever, but you go making fun of God,
Right, makes sense,
Yeah.
you'll go ruffle my feathers then.
Yeah. So you're more comfortable out here than you would do on the shelter, you say?
Well, like I said, Washington, as far as is probably, you don't have a whole bunch of, when you get some other states, it gets, the battlefield of the mind gets,
Yes.
it gets bad.
Right. Now, another basic question. Do you have enough to eat and drink every day to survive, basically? I know you mentioned you're working, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I haven't since I got here. Yeah, there's always somebody bringing
Food by.
churches and
Okay, that's really good to hear.
organizations and stuff.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's the churches, other organizations and stuff.
Yes.
So you don't go without food. Okay.
Yeah.
There's always you get at least a couple, you get enough meals a day. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. How about when the temperature gets too much, either too hot or too cold?
You learn to adapt to it.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Wow.
you just deal with it. You just deal
Wow.
with it. Yeah.
Because I'm from kind of central Georgia, and it's
You get cold.
but I learned that once if you're kind of on the streets when it starts getting cold,
Yes.
it makes you adapt to it. And then,
Right.
most of the time they call it cold purple.
Yeah.
Organizations and stuff comes around. They can, at least down in other places, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't see.
Okay. Sounds good. Now, to end this, is there one thing you want people to know? If somebody's watching this video, is there one thing you want to share? How they can help, or something they may not be familiar
The
with?
thing is, if it was me, is when, and I'll say this because it goes into, I want to say Luke 4. He says he births a whole generation at one time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Holy Spirit.
Okay. Yeah.
And so no matter what age they was birthed at 50 or at 45 or at 16, whenever people sometimes they go speaking things, instead of saying they're crazy, sit back and just watch and listen to what they got to say instead of saying they're crazy.
Of course.
Because I think right now there's a lot of families, and I say this because I travel slap out west and stuff, that there are some parents wish they would have listened to their children,
Right.
instead of saying that they was crazy.
Right.
And now today they're trying to figure out how to put back their family.
The family together. Yeah. All right.
And whenever it was just tore apart because just maybe not enough patience and not enough understanding, not willing to just try to understand something.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
And it ain't worth losing your family over.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Because if you ain't got family, you ain't got nothing.
That's right.
If you ain't got family, you ain't got nothing.
That's right.
That's,
Yeah.
if we ain't all, we're leaning against one another. If we ain't all leaning together, we're leaning against one another.
That's right. That's right.
And somewhere, you know, and that's the only thing I gotta say, you know, is what one child's experiencing, what inner spirit is waking in front of them, instead of just saying, hey, you're crazy, get the heck away from me. Just sit back and take patience.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Take patience,
Yeah.
and because why I found it in it was a book written like 100 years ago that I run across, but it was on the social, and it was social studies and social studies, social science, and but basically what it was saying is no one can wake a person up to something unless it's a spirit.
Oh wow.
And the creator of something is not saying they're different,
Yeah.
just one's a barrier
Okay.
and the other was a, and until you put, if I got a bottle of wine and I sit here and I pour it out, it ain't up a wine on the ground. But if I got a pretty glass over here, it's just a pretty glass.
Okay.
But once I put the wine in the glass, then you can look at it together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Any other time, it's just blood on the ground and something pretty else to look at.
That's right.
And so, till we put it together, and both people have to learn to compromise. with
Absolutely.
one another.
Interesting.
All right.
Check out, sir.
Well, what's your name?
Rudy.
Rudy. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you, Rudy.
Appreciate
What's your
that.
name?
You know, Ivan.
Ivan, Africa?
Africa, Cameroon.
Huh?
In Cameroon, you know, Central Africa. All
When
right.
I say that is in my journey, y'all have some of the most humblest spirits I've ever run across.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
African people,
Yeah.
they, and yeah, y'all have more, maybe sometimes went through a little more hardship than what a lot of people has.
Yeah. All right.
You know, because us here in America, we get messed around, and get spoiled.
Yeah.
You know,
Over nothing.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, if someone's was from a,
Yeah.
and then, you know, but that's one thing I learned in my journey, they have a good humble.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
They have a good humble spirit.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And good luck on your way out to Georgia. No, Tennessee.
I'm heading back to Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Got a few
Memphis.
more days in the law librarian, and I'm heading back already. Got in touch with the lady. I think they said I'd get a bus ticket out of here.
Okay.
So, besides that, I already got my job and everything back.
Yeah, you lined up.
Yeah.
All right.
So everything.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
my
Take
brother.
care.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we were lucky to find someone else who was able to talk to us. And as you can see, there's, from what I can see, absolutely nothing wrong with that guy.
No, he's talking.
Nothing. But one thing I have to say is a common theme among all of these is the strong belief in God, man.
Yeah.
All of them are mentioning God. All of them. Like,
Everybody.
it's like
all three of them.
all three of them.
Yeah.
So, man, it seems like the most religious people are the ones in the worst situations. Prisoners, homeless. That's when you find the most like humble, not humble, like the most religious people.
Struggle is real.
The struggle is real. So, this is the side of DC that don't show. So thanks for tuning in. Please press that like button, subscribe to both my channel and Philly Dom's channel.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Peace out.
Peace.